Hey.
With me as always is Brandon Rich, Jordan Juggernaut Eames, and today we're talking about body switching videos. Let's go.
Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host. I'm excited for this. I realize I called them videos, which I shouldn't, but super excited. We're talking about body switching movies in all forms. Not just two people switching bodies. Sometimes people get turned weird. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday.
Doing good. Better now that I'm off of work.
Oh, yeah, you guys need jobs.
Got Monday off, 3-day weekend.
Yeah, because you're a birthday boy this weekend.
I am.
Happy early birthday, buddy.
31.
Go fuck yourself.
Yuck.
You do not get a happy birthday from me early.
But
Or I don't.
that you were going to wait. That's a nice friend. I got fucking every time. You listen here. What's up, guys? How are we feeling today?
Good.
I'm so hyped, man. I don't know why. There's not a
Danny,
movie in here that I'm like in love with. What? There is.
Did you do all that work videotaping your brother doing his job, or?
That's
Oh,
right.
I
That's
wish
right.
I was that lucky. He's a handsome brother. Not as handsome as mine, but handsome.
And it doesn't.
You know what? Somebody's like, "Hey, you look alike." I'm like, "That's high praise." I'm like, "Haha, take that, Brandon."
They assume you have an uglier brother.
It could be.
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
You're like, I don't know.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm excited for this body switching videos. This was an idea thought up by Brandon, and I jumped on. I thought it was a great idea. It's fun, different, and we actually have a poll right now for next week's episode. If you guys want to go and vote on it on Twitter or on our Facebook, next week we're going to either be doing Will Ferrell, Chris Farley, or Mike Myers. So go on there and vote, and we will let the people decide.
This episode was actually Steven Pedersen's idea.
Oh, awesome.
I ain't about to take credit.
Attaboy. I want to get into these, guys. We're going to talk about our favorites, our underrated, overrated, least favorite. Let's get into some of these body switching videos. Everybody commenting already. Hey, thanks so much for checking it out, watching live. Comment below so we can see your comments. You guys are awesome. Yeah, guys, let's get into it. What do you guys want to start with today?
I mean, we jump right in, or do we bring up some honorable mentions? Or
We jump right in. Last time we did honorable mentions, you named all my movies on my list. You're like, well, year one. I'm like,
well, let's jump in then.
let's do it.
Let's go. Let's start underrated, overrated.
Let's do it.
Perfect. That's a great way to start.
Let's start overrated.
Overrated. All right,
Brandon,
who wants to get this off?
Go
Me?
first. Yeah.
All right, I'll go first. We're doing overrated, right?
Overrated first.
Yeah, it's big.
Oh,
Damn. He's starting early, guys. He's starting early.
hey.
Not because I don't like this movie. It's a good movie. But it's not my number one, which it's probably everybody else's. I don't know if it's your guys's, but it's so highly regarded.
I won't lie to you. I have it slashed as a favorite. Okay.
I figured you would. See?
To be honest, I mean, who doesn't love the handshake? You know what I mean? Who didn't do the handshake?
It's so good.
Yeah. Who didn't want to find
the handshake?
I just know the downtown babe, and then they do the thing, and I know that. I don't
Piano dance, iconic. They even did it in Shazam, where he's a kid that grew up to be an adult.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, the piano in the toy store now that he's an adult and he can do what he wants.
Yeah,
the trampoline in the fucking loft. Who wouldn't want that? You know what I mean? Who didn't go look for that? Is it Zoltar? The Zoltar machine?
Zoltar.
Who didn't look for the Zoltar machine?
Oh, I did.
In Grand Theft Auto 5, they have a Zoltar-esque machine that leads into your secret base if you own a game store.
I have seen that on YouTube. It's
I thought
fucking
was
dope.
funny, but I like it because as a kid we watched it all the time at my dad's house,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was a movie that I grew up with like my family watching it. So I have that nostalgia and connection to it. But I mean, I can see how it's not everybody's cup of tea. Not Tom
Well, for
Hanks.
me, it's a really good movie. It's just I figure if this isn't my number one, then it's kind of got to go into the overrated category.
Kind of got to.
I mean, you could have said underrated too if it's good.
Big is definitely not underrated.
That'd be a hard sell.
It's
underrated.
underrated.
That's probably Danny's underrated.
Yeah, don't steal my thunder, Eves.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's my overrated just for the fact that it's just not my number one.
Well, I mean, that seems like a terrible argument, but I agree. I can see it.
It's probably not my top three.
Okay. Calm down.
I said
How
it.
many other body change movies are there where it's not in a top three?
Oh, when we get to my best, geez, we'll see.
My 5 slashes.
I know. I was gonna
I've
say.
got like 18 slashes, and none of them are big.
This film role was actually highly coveted too. Robert De Niro desperately wanted to play this part, and that would have been a very different movie.
How would it have gone, Danny?
A 10-year-old? Me? Could be. Huh? Eh? Huh? Could be.
Steven.
Look at that. Steven agrees with me. He'd rather
Steven,
see
get
others.
off of Brandon. Or stay on. I don't care. I like to.
Yeah, let's check out some comments. We got Steven checking in. April, these are my type of movies. Amanda's checking in. What's up, Amanda? Awesome. Very cool. Overrated is big. I can't be mad at it. I think you're right. It's probably most people's number one. My overrated for me, which was one that we had a comment on Twitter, which made me laugh. They go, "Is Face Off a body switching movie?" And I was like, "It's exactly the plot."
It's true.
Well, it's a face switching movie.
Yeah.
I guess.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll save that one for face switching movie.
Sorry, guys. The spin-off of this episode.
It's not your overrated. You'll change that. I love Face Off. It's such a shitty good movie.
Dude.
Well, that's why I put it as my overrated, because people love it, and the plot's pretty bonkers. It's pretty.
I know. I love it.
Dude.
So good.
Dude, it's so bad though.
It's really bad.
That's what makes it so good.
So
Yeah, I
bad.
know. It's
What's
very
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage's
Cagey.
pickup line? Like, can I suck your tongue? Or something like that.
dude.
I
Like,
fucking
just straight up.
That movie's so rough, dude. He goes to
The
prison
first,
with
like,
magnet
5
boots.
minutes, families are dying. Fuck yeah, this is my movie.
Face Off is such a bad movie.
But that's what makes it so good.
Sometimes, not this instance.
It's not a movie I'm ever going to sit down because I want to watch Face Off. It's
Okay.
that movie where, hey, it's on USA Network. I might as well stop. Next thing you know, I'm fucking into Nicolas Cage being John Travolta, vice versa.
I also like how you say with on USA Network, because that's exactly where it fucking
Yeah, it comes on right after Con
Where it
Air. I
belongs.
already stopped at USA Network to watch that one, so I might as well just do the Nicolas Cage.
every
Real.
time it's always on USA Network. They always play the worst movies.
That and The Rock.
Yes. And Con Air, The Rock, all Nicolas Cage films go to USA Today. That's where they live. That's where they breathe.
Yep, USA Network. That's where bad movies go to die.
Or Nicolas Cage's career is.
Exactly.
What
Bad
happens when you buy an island?
Bad movies.
I do, though. I enjoy the shit out of Face Off.
Dude, I'm not mad at you, but to me it's overrated. Everyone I know has that same opinion. They're like, it's actually a pretty good movie. I'm like, it's really not, and you've been tricked.
I've never
But
met anybody who's like, that's a good movie. I always see people who have the same opinion as me. It's a really shitty movie, but God, I'll watch the shit out of it.
It's always older people who watch that movie in theaters that are like, no, I remember this. This is good. And it's like,
Maybe because I watched it as a kid, I was like, oh my God, this is violent.
I think that's why I like 8mm so much, because I watched it as a kid and I was like, ooh, look at this. And now I watch it and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Why was I doing this?
Why did I watch this as a kid so much? It's terrible.
Yeah, no, that's my overrated. What about you there, Juggernaut? What's your overrated?
my overrated I went with solely based on the fact that the cast shouldn't be this bad of a movie. And that's Change Up.
He's right though.
Ooh, that's a rough one. That's rough, buddy.
Fucking started it, didn't finish it.
Oh, you pulled the Danny, huh?
Dude, I love Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman. Except my issue with Jason Bateman now is much like Vince Vaughn, plays the same character in every role.
What do you mean?
He's
so different.
Sarcastic car salesman in every fucking role.
I just watched Thunder Force. He's the exact same character, just with lobster claws.
It's every fucking role.
Dude, so funny. That was the only part of that movie that I thought was so good, was him as the lobster guy. That was so silly. Him walking sideways, clicking his claws is like probably how you feel about Face Off. Is how much.
Oh my god, him walking sideways had me dead. Doing the crab walk. Fucking done.
Yeah, Steven, everyone was disappointed because you have Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman, who can be good when the role fits.
Jason Bateman's amazing in Ozarks.
Really good.
Okay, see, there you go. He's got
kind of the same character, kind of like a shady car salesman type person.
Fast talking, sarcastic. I watched. I realized this. I mean, I knew this beforehand. I realized this week when I also watched The Watch. I tried it again. I know we talked about it last week, but I tried it again.
Yikes!
I'm surprised you made it here without killing yourself. Jesus.
I chuckled a little bit more. Never got a real laugh in, but fuck that movie. Fuck Ben Stiller. The worst part of that whole movie is Ben Stiller.
Most of his movies. We already talked about it though.
I know, it pissed me off. But he's the same character in that movie too. Vince Vaughn, I get if you find a role that it fits, Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers. That fits. That's
perfect role.
That is perfect for his
greatest movie ever.
Just for Vince Vaughn, because I just feel like Vince Vaughn and Jason Bateman, they are who they are on screen. They don't act. They just show up and be them.
They're so charismatic. You're right. They fall into their same kind of niche. Mm-hmm. Like he says, "The fuck you are" is like his catchphrase. Like he says that a lot, and I love it.
I love it when he says it.
Yeah, it's like it's a banger for me.
I agree.
Good. But I'm not gonna do the dishes. The fuck you aren't. You know, all that time, all that stuff. I'm always like, get him, Bateman.
It's a scrawny, nerdy dude trying to act hard. It's like me saying that to my wife. She'd beat my ass.
Every fucking movie they're in, I'm just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And I love Ryan Reynolds, just not the role for him. You know?
It's not a good movie.
Back her down, Steven.
I was hoping nobody would bring up Vince Vaughn, but we'll get there. It's not a good movie though. I remember going to this super excited. I missed it in theaters, so I went and I think I Redboxed this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Redbox.
Well, this was forever ago. That movie's pretty old.
It's true. It's true.
Old. But yeah, Redbox is still a thing. I got a free code the other day. Have I used it? I don't know. I wonder if I can use it on their app.
Movies are overrated. I want to get into our underrateds here. I want to talk about some of the ones that we think should be getting more love that haven't as much. I got to jump into mine really quickly because Steven's about to talk about it. He said, speaking of Vince Vaughn and body switching, which is my underrated. It's a movie called Freaky. Came out this year. And Vince Vaughn plays a Michael Myers Halloween killer that switches bodies with a cheerleader. It was my movie recommendation this week. I rewatched it with people that hadn't seen it, and they both liked it a lot. And awesome. I like this movie. Vince Vaughn playing he doesn't do as good a job as Jack Black in Jumanji.
Nobody ever will.
No.
It's hard. He did such a great job.
He set the bar. He's the Michael Jordan of dudes being women.
Oh my God, look, I'm peeing. Bethany, come here, look at my
bar
penis.
Was set by Robin Williams, and then Jack Black's like, I got you.
He's the goat.
He's the goat.
Yeah,
I do love this movie though. I thought I was excited for it. I'm a horror movie fan though,
mm-hmm.
So obviously I was excited for it. I love the kills in it, violence. Gets me off.
Jesus.
But Vince Vaughn does do pretty damn good in this movie. The supporting cast does really well as well.
No, and like you said in the very beginning, people forget because Vince Vaughn, right? Like you said, car salesman for Bateman, kind of close to Vince Vaughn. He's a quick talking guy. He's 6'6". Like you think, like I talk really fast. You're like, oh, I forget that he's a Goliath, but he could pummel you, no problem, with how gigantic he is. The kills in the beginning, they were like, oh, I thought we were watching a different kind of movie, and then you see the bottle in the throat and the punch. And they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch.
He like breaks the bottom of his throat. And
yeah, it's a slasher and it's a comedy. So I liked it a lot. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I was a fan.
Deffers, check it.
Def check.
Brandon, what is your underrated?
My underrated was Freaky Friday. With Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Because I really fucking enjoyed this movie. Yeah, I still do. This is Lindsay Lohan before she went all Britney Spears crazy.
Yeah.
That's right. I make topical references.
Fuck yeah, dude.
People like, who's Britney Spears?
You dated this episode 12 years ago.
That was about the time Britney Spears was going crazy. It was when Lindsay Lohan was going crazy. They're both going crazy at the same time. It's fitting.
Kid stars.
Dated.
Kid stars.
But I really love this movie.
Dude, I agree. This is a movie that when I watched the first time, I was like, but I mean, this came out after Mean Girls, before?
After, I believe.
After. See, I was still riding the Lindsay Lohan Mean Girls high.
I'm still riding that Mean Girls high.
Fucking doesn't. That movie is one of the greatest. But so I watched it and I'm like, oh man, this is probably gonna be terrible. And I was like, no, I actually really like it. I really enjoyed the movie as well. Thought it was funny. The little brother, I thought he killed me as the character. Like when he's his mom's acting all weird like the sister, and he like turns back and he fucking sees his mom in a thong and he's just like, oh, like all grossed out. I was like, that would be every kid ever.
Obviously,
I don't know.
True Lies.
I was just about to say it. She did that pretty well in True Lies. Glasses and frumpy hair. Like, who's this chick?
It was a different time. It was a different time.
But that was a good time. It was a good time.
It was a good time. But I enjoyed that movie as well. Didn't, though. Like, did anybody really hate that movie?
Danny probably did.
No, I'm going to talk about that movie later on in our episode here, so I don't want to talk about it too much right now.
It's worse? Jeez.
Whoa.
Have you not seen the change up?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Everything you said, I have the same sentiment about, especially because it's a remake of an older one with Jodie Foster. You need a good kid actor, which I think Lindsay Lohan was, and played a good Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jamie Lee Curtis played a good high schooler in a band. I feel the same way. I like that movie a lot.
Agreed.
Yeah, it was really good.
Jordan, what is your underrated movie?
Okay, I got to go with Freaky Friday as well. I have one, not really a body switching movie.
All right.
Okay, but kind of, to a point. An inanimate object becomes adamant.
That's a body switch.
That's what I said. Ted. And I say this is underrated because I think
I don't know
people
if I actually allow that one
as childish Family Guy humor. And I mean, it has that, of course. It's
a fucking great movie.
I watched it last night, and I drunk called Brandon.
And drunk Snapchatted me.
I got a Snapchat, and I looked at it, and it was fucking like 12 midnight, maybe 11:30.
Yeah, the fucker called me at 1. I gotta go to work in 3 hours. Little bitch.
I rolled over.
I thought you asked for a morning call, a wake up call.
I rolled over. I saw a Snapchat from Danny Holzer. I was like, yeah, I'll look at that in the morning. And I just rolled.
That's how I feel all the time whenever I see Danny's messaging me that late. I'm like, he's drunk. I'm over it already.
I was just like, you know what? I have a second one.
Okay, because the first one didn't really count because he didn't body switch with anybody.
I was going to say, I love Ted as well.
They made a wish.
You just said, I said inanimate object becomes adamant.
I thought you were saying like, oh, Chucky, someone's soul went into a doll.
I like that one. That's all about body switching.
Fuck that one. That one sucks.
I wished upon a star. Bam, that star's soul is in the fucking teddy bear. No, that's not how it goes, Ian.
Well, I don't know if you guys will agree with this one then either. Technically, she just cuts her hair and acts like her brother.
Oh, she's the man.
No.
No?
Motorcrossed.
Oh.
What?
I mean, I do agree with it.
Is that a Disney original?
It's a Disney original movie.
Okay.
Her older brother.
She's the man.
Her older brother is a motocross rider.
Sounds so familiar.
The track. She wants to prove that she can race too, but her dad's a bigot and a dick.
That's right.
Dear girl, can't race. And her brother gets injured, and she's like, "No, we got to keep this going." So she cuts her hair. Also, the actress and actor, nothing alike, but people are like, "Holy shit, Jack, what are you doing?" No, people have no idea. But then she wins all these races and fucking kills it. And I just it's a feel-good Disney Channel original, and I'm on board with it.
I would be more mad if all of the comments weren't happy with your decision right now. Because to me, cutting your hair and
I didn't allow that. That's Miss Doubtfire shit. Like, yeah,
it's not the same.
Fucking makeup. Call yourself a different sex. Let's go. Let's talk about
a girl gets a haircut's a body switching movie.
It is now.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. Fine, Joanna, man, he dresses up as a woman to become a WNBA player.
Switch bodies. Yeah. Eddie Murphy. I guess all of those are body switching.
I love how everybody's like, I loved motocross.
I know. Everybody's so proud of you. Like, yay.
Well, it's because we got some Diz nerds out there.
That's right.
Diz nerds.
We out here. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, if you guys have a couple of your favorite body switching movies that we haven't done, go ahead and comment there below, and we'll start getting to there. I don't want to mention some of them because I think some of the ones I want to talk about might be your guys' most hated. So I'm going to wait on it.
I doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there's some rough ones. Let's take a minute right here before we start getting to our favorites and least favorites. And we'll thank our sponsor, The Buzz, for helping this podcast run. We appreciate you, and we'll be right back. And we're back to our body switching episode, guys. I wanted to do a skit for this for Whiskey Cinema, but I couldn't figure it out. I want to make it where I sneeze the same time as my sister Allie, and we'd switch voices. But actually, I'd accidentally switch with the cat. The cat was unresponsive. It wasn't having it. He wasn't.
Cat actors, they're the worst,
dude. I mean,
I hate Dennis Quaid.
I looked for a skullet of sorts, anything I could, because I was gonna come in and be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Dan Holsworth." I was gonna do the whole opening with like a skullet on or something to hide my hair and just make me look bald. I thought it would.
We should have done that anyways. I should have dressed up like you. That'd been hilarious. Get a big fake beard.
You can't ever be that handsome, stupid.
You could try, Brandon. See, I turned it on you, bitch.
I turned it on you, bitch. No, it's true. It's true. Nobody can match this.
Well, let's get into some of these. She's the Man on here. April said, "Do you like cheese?" My favorite's Gouda. She's the Man is my number one favorite of all time. All-time movie, April? Wow.
Yeah, all time. People love that movie. It's Amanda Bynes in her peak before she also went really crazy, I think.
Before she went Britney Spears crazy?
He went Lindsay Lohan crazy.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Maybe you shouldn't do body switching videos if you're a young woman. I don't see a lot of successes here.
I mean,
I know you're cracking your brain thinking, I can't think of one.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster.
Ellie Page?
Oh, no, don't. Oh, no. No.
I agree.
Oh, no. Brandon, no.
I'll allow it.
No.
Thank you.
I can't have this. This is not.
Why are you thanking him? Point at the right person for once.
Thank you.
Fuck, man.
Sorry,
I have a very moist mouth.
I wanted to bring up too for some reason, body switching movies, they have to have something weird, right? Freaky had a knife. I think it was a magical fountain they were pissing in the change up.
Freaky
A
Friday
star.
with a fortune cookie.
Fortune cookie, right? Literally wish upon a star with Katherine Heigl, wishing on a star. There has to be something for the Switch.
Is there a worse actress than Katherine Heigl?
I mean, I assume somewhere.
I assume not.
There's not.
I mean,
there's not.
Brie Larson.
Nope. Hell no. In comparison, she's Oscar worthy.
Dude, in comparison, she's been in Oscar-nominated movies.
She has been.
She could be in sci-fi movies, like the Sci-Fi Channel. Their movies, like Cobra Gator and Abraconda or whatever.
Katherine Heigl's so bad that she deserves to be in movies that go straight to DVD. But I don't even want her name on the cover.
They go straight to VHS.
That's right. All her movies should go to Blockbuster.
The one that's left in Oregon.
That's right. We don't want Blockbuster to go out of business.
That's right.
That being said, I want to talk about the craziest movie, I think, on our list, which is this is a crazy genre, right? There's a lot of weird movies. The Shaggy Dog. Have you guys seen this? Unbelievable movie.
Oh,
you're right. It is unbelievably great.
No.
It's so good.
It's so weird. Like, they just kept writing themselves into corners and then just making stuff up. There's literally a scene where a snake gets turned into a dog and they become friends, the other dog. I was like, what?
So what's weirder, Tim Allen turning into a dog or a man turning into a snowman?
Why are we
Jack Frost?
Yeah.
Why help him? Why?
Also a terrible movie.
But which one's better?
Yeah,
because it's Jack Frost.
The Shaggy Dog has Robert Downey Jr. in there as a man who steals a Tibetan puppy. That's magical. It's so crazy. I don't know who writes these movies.
Did this come out pre-drug cleanup or post?
I assume the same.
If it's pre, that probably just happened to Robert Downey Jr. and they're
probably why he went
crazy.
On.
We'll just throw it in the fucking movie and say it's what it is.
Based on a true story, the Shaggy Dog.
Yes. Shaggy Dog is terrible. Jack Frost
is
also terrible, but better.
But I'll watch it.
Yeah, 100%.
I enjoy Jack Frost. Enjoy to a point.
Wasn't there a movie where Kevin Spacey became a cat?
Yes, there was. Called 9 Lives. It's unbelievable, dude. They try so little on this stuff. They don't try.
This is the craziest thing. What do you think was the crazy thing that happened in that world? Was it a fortune cookie? What was it? Was it a van with no windows? What do you think it was?
Free Wi-Fi. Oh, shit.
That was good.
All right, let's jump into it.
That was good.
It just came out.
It's so funny. Just like my Ellie Page comment.
God, right? God, you know, she's starting to look more and more like. He's starting to look more and more like a man.
As he should.
He just got a bowl cut, and I was like, "That's the manliest haircut you could ever get." I think every boy had that as a kid, except Danny.
I was bald.
I assume you were just always bald.
Yeah.
Always bald.
He popped out with not a single hair on his head.
No, and I was like, my body's like, don't even waste the energy, man. Let's focus on other stuff.
I popped out with a bowl cut.
Let's focus on my comedy career.
That's what I should.
Hey, why don't you keep one in the chamber, Eames? Why don't you just keep one in the chamber? How's that?
Never.
Let's get into some of our favorites and least favorites that are on this list. I appreciate all the comments, guys. Thank you so much. Let's go favorite. Let's go favorite first. Body switching movies.
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Okay.
Calm down, boys. It's Shrek 2. Shrek turns into handsome Shrek, human.
Yeah.
Donkey? He's a stallion, baby.
Stallion.
I don't want to. Let's not talk about Shrek, buddy.
Why? We don't want high ratings?
Why every week Shrek?
Movies? You want to talk about the change up some more? Woo! Fuck the change up. Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is where it's at.
Shrek 2
is it's a boy girl thing, Steven and April. Jesus Christ. We're talking Shrek 2 now. We've moved on to bigger, better things.
Dude, Shrek 2. I can't deal with constantly talking about Shrek every episode. You finding a way.
Listen, Danny. Shut up. Ian, Shrek 2, right?
Dude, Shrek 2.
Shrek 2, man.
Dude, I fucking love Shrek. Yeah. Who doesn't love Shrek? Handsome Shrek is handsome Shrek handsome.
I mean, he's less handsome than Ogre Shrek.
I mean, I guess maybe in medieval times he might have been handsome. I don't know.
I don't even think so.
No, I don't think so either. I thought he was pretty ugly.
But
Donkey,
looking horse,
all white stallion. Never had sex with a horse before.
You should try it.
Sorry.
So that's why I'm dedicating my shot to Shrek.
Of course.
I'd love to join you, but I can't. I can't do it.
Shrek 2, guys.
No, that's not a good answer. We can't have you have Shrek be your favorite movie every week, no matter what the category is.
I texted you saying Shrek 2, did I not? You
did. I told you to go fuck yourself. I didn't think you were serious.
First of all, that's great advice. Great advice. You're right. I say that to everybody. I did while watching Shrek 2.
Shrek 2. I'm so nervous. Every time we're gonna have a movie, you're like, you know what Denzel reminds me of? The dragon in Shrek. So I think that his acting powers are amazing. And I think he watched the movie once. So we'll talk about Shrek. I don't want to talk about Shrek every episode, no matter what we're talking about.
Just wait. Well, Mike Myers wins that hole. Just imagine how much Shrek I'm talking about.
It's going to be nothing but Shrek and Austin Powers. That's it.
God.
I don't even know if I can squeeze anything else in. There's movies of his I like. Wayne's World.
I'll say we'll have a 5-minute stint of Wayne's World.
Shrek.
And then it's going to be mainly Shrek and Austin Powers. If Mike Myers wins, people vote.
I'm going to have to steal this vote like Biden did.
Voting is very important, people.
Yes. Only when it comes to Whiskey Cinema.
Rock the vote for Whiskey Cinema.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson, that vote.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, God. And then the Mortal Kombats. I feel like I'm in an awkward Groundhog's Day. I can't get rid of it.
If I was in a Groundhog's Day with Shrek playing every day, greatest day to relive.
Can't do this.
As long as I stop at Shrek 2 and don't move on to Shrek 3, because that's where shit gets.
That's where it drops and then picks back up with Shrek 4.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Shrek 5, though. Shrek 5 is the thing.
It starts to come up in Shrek 4.
It's not plummeting as much.
It's starting to plateau.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good.
Once you plateau, the only way to go is up. You know what I mean?
That's fair, unless you just keep digging. I mean, the original Mortal Kombat did that.
Fuck you, dude. I showed Amanda Mortal Kombat Annihilation for the first time ever.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was pretty much an hour and 40 minutes of us roasting this terrible movie.
Yeah. It's like Face Off. Like, you'll love it, but
yeah,
God, that's shit. You know.
I still love it. It's the same with the original.
And I can't say that about Shrek 3 and 4. They're just shitty.
Do you get okay? The fourth one ain't shitty. It's
you right. The fourth one's decent.
Yeah. How are we still talking about Shrek? This is crazy.
Because, dude, we want to talk about things we love. That's why we avoid talking about you when you talk about Shrek all the time.
I can't. This is.
Did you guys see the new Mortal Kombat?
Dude, of course I did.
Dude, good, right?
It's a good movie.
I liked it.
I fucking loved it. I was losing my mind. I watched it 3 times already.
Jesus.
Only one of them was in theaters, though.
I watched it the same weekend I watched Love and Monsters.
And then Shrek 2?
I watch Shrek 2 every day I can. I listen to the Shrek 2 podcast.
In the soundtrack?
Yeah.
I feel like we're on the Shrek 2 podcast.
This is Shrek 2.0.
Mortal Kombat was good. I watched with my cousin Austin, and nobody knew the story of it. So we saw Jax come out with his arms. So we immediately started making he's gonna lose his arms joke, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Oh man, he's pretty risky to be taking those risks like that." They're like, what? I go, he'll never win an arms race. He'll come in dead last. He's like, yeah, with 0 arms the whole time. And they're like, what are you doing? And then Goro shows 4 arms. Like, oh my god, it's crazy. He has 4 more arms than Jackson's about to have. And then when he finally lost his arms, they're like, I thought this was a new movie. We're like, it's pretty famous. He gets his arms fucked with.
Yeah, I ruined that one for my wife. I was like, he's gonna get his new arms. She's like, what? I was like, so anyway, what they did to Goro was like pretty fucked up. They just killed him off.
Steven has a great question. How far in the tournament could Shrek get?
Dude, I saw him. You remember Shrek 1, right? You remember Shrek 1?
No.
He was whooping ass. He's
when he was in the ring,
5-star frog splash, like
a fucking chair.
If he gets donkeyed, that's a tag team right there.
Just saying. I mean, Sub-Zero was pretty powerful, but Shrek?
You get that tournament to be on Shrek Swamp, dude. Hands down, Shrek all the way.
Oh, dude, I'd love to see the area fatalities that come in Shrek Swamp.
Oh, I bet you he uses a boulder.
Oh, that's a nice boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
I like that boulder. Oh, solid question, Steven. Hats off to you.
Thank you, Steven. Appreciate your input. So glad you're here.
All right. Yeah, Shrek 2. I would also go Shazam.
Yeah, that's mine.
Because, yeah, that's a body switch.
1,000%.
Yeah, that counts. Same thing like Big. Yep, you're right.
If you guys weren't going to allow it, I was going to say Freaky because I knew that was 100% allowed.
Yeah.
I had Shazam and Big as my 2 favorites because Shazam. Like, come on.
Love Shazam.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Shazam! No, I don't have the power. I don't have I'm not worthy.
Shazam. I have a costume of Shazam. That was the first DC movie I watched. I went, okay, they're figuring it out. It was dark. They had demons biting people's heads off. Funny. I'm Batman. Get him, Batman. Like random good parts that I liked. But yeah, that's one of my favorite DC movies still. Not counting the Nolans, because those are amazing. I mean,
when he walks when he walks out of the store after he saved it with like the beer and all the snacks, he's like, "Thanks, guys," and just walks away.
I like he orders beer, drinks, he goes, "This is disgusting." They walk back and get candy and sodas. Like, there it is. There it is.
Good job.
Again, like how DC's figuring it out. Hilarious little kind of throwaway joke, and yet fits the character perfectly.
Yeah,
dude. Shazam's a perfect superhero movie.
I agree. Yeah, he's like when he says when they're testing the flight, and they just get him different ways to go up. The bulletproof one, hilarious, dude.
How did you work? I didn't.
How about when he's testing his teleportation? He puts him in a box and his teleportation test, but actually he puts lighter fluid, and he catches the box on fire, and he pops out. And he's like pointing at him, he's like, "Ah!" And he runs away. I was like, you can't just set a box on fire with a guy in it. I mean, bro,
you can though.
Dude, you got to test out the superpowers. How are you going to know?
You just do a flame over his hand, bro. You don't put him in a box of death.
That's what I want to watch.
Yeah. Also,
stupid.
It could just be your hand has no feeling. If you do the whole body, you get the whole
I've seen people in prison do that.
Shoot him in the face. See if his face isn't bulletproof. Yeah, that's true. Shoot me in the face. That was so funny too.
So funny. When he says, he's like, "Ah, you're dead," and he just goes like straight for him. Hilarious.
Yeah, I think Shazam's a great answer. All our favorites. Danny's not smart enough to think about it, so he doesn't get to count it. Or Shrek 2. You don't get to count Shrek 2 either. Don't try to.
Moving on. Not doing. I don't want to. For me, the one that you mentioned, which I think is, I have to make it my favorite. After rewatching it, it's true. Freaky Friday is awesome. I watched it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It stood up. I remember watching when I was a kid, and it's a fun movie. It's just good.
Steven brought up earlier when we were talking about it, the little brother reminds him of Oakley, my oldest. Mm-hmm. And after I read that comment, I was like, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can see how the correlation's there.
100%. That's a good comment, Steven. Good job. Good job.
You have 2 great comments. Amanda has the best one with Mortal Kombat, but
no,
I don't know. I love that question. How far in the tournament could Shrek get?
Yeah, we talked about that.
I know. I'm just saying that's
In
a great
length.
fucking question.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're
Probably
saying.
the best question I've ever seen on Whiskey Cinema.
I mean, maybe, I guess. I don't know what the competition is.
We don't have much.
Yeah, it's just kind
Now
of
that
here.
we stopped talking about Shrek, all our viewership's gone.
We dropped down, guys. We got to pump those numbers up. We got to bring up Shrek.
It's dropping faster than Shrek 3.
No.
Sorry, we'll hit Shrek 4 and plateau. It's fine.
Whew. Thank God.
We good. We
Well,
good.
Shrek 5, maybe.
We'll see.
How many Shreks are there?
4
There's
out
gonna be 5.
of 5 is in the making, right?
Wow.
5 is in the making, and then one spin-off, Puss
In
in
Boots.
Boots.
I actually liked Puss in Boots a lot.
Me too.
I
did
did like it.
I got Danny. He's talking about a Shrek movie.
Yeah, fucking got him.
Let's get into some overrated. Let's get into some of these overrated movies. There are a lot of these kinds of movies, and they're pretty terrible. Twilight Zone episodes had a couple
Are we
good
getting into
ones.
overrated or are we getting into worst?
Worst.
Oh, I'm sorry, worst. Yeah. One that I definitely wanted to bring up on the side that we haven't talked about yet, which I hope it's nobody's worst, is Hot Chick, the one with Rob Schneider.
Oh, I definitely thought about putting this as my worst. It's like a slash.
It's
I would
crazy.
watch to change it before I watch this movie.
Dude, Anna Faris, who is so funny, cannot save this movie.
No.
There's no way.
No one could. No one could save this movie. If Rob Schneider is your star, you've done something wrong.
Fuck that guy.
Hire or fire your casting crew.
Don't get me wrong. When I was younger and when it was first came out, I was maybe preteen, like barely a teenager. I don't know. I thought it was
you're
fun.
older than me, you old son of a bitch.
Ugh, I feel it every
birthday.
day. Feel it every day.
I'm the youngest person on this podcast.
How old?
I'm 30.
When do you turn 31? Not
Not
Saturday?
before tomorrow.
Not Saturday?
What a weird argument.
When do you?
When do you turn 31?
You turn
Today?
now?
Oh, you don't? Oh.
Tomorrow? You turn? Okay.
Do
Yeah,
you turn
okay.
31 in 6 seconds?
To be fair, I knew it was a joke. Let's chill, okay?
Sure, you did,
okay,
buddy.
all right.
I did. I
I
know
made me laugh though, so I ain't mad.
you're welcome.
The world is. Go ahead.
Not. You're right. Like if Rob Schneider is your fucking star, you done fucked up somehow. Somewhere down the
Rob
line.
Schneider is the South Park joke where they just take a weird circumstance. Rob Schneider is a carrot, and they do the movie trailers. I'm like, yeah, dude, the animal. He's done like 6 movies that are like this. It's a really weird way to fail into these almost like Adam Sandler-ish ideas.
Oh, they are. He's got Adam Sandler fame.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
But all those guys do.
I was gonna say that's just being Adam Sandler's friend until he went all crazy and started being all anti-vaxxer out in public, and then kind of separated himself from everybody.
Now he can't even get a table at an IHOP.
He shouldn't be able to get a table in an IHOP.
Well, to be fair, nobody should because IHOP sucks.
Dude, it's the International House of Pancakes.
First of all, waffles are better.
100%.
Hashtag Waffle House.
I've never eaten at a Waffle House. Is it pretty good?
Yeah, well, they have them down here in AZ.
I mean, they're just diners. You know.
Yeah, it's just a shitty day.
I mean, they're.
You like my flex?
That's a weird flex, bro.
It's down here in AZ. Chill.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Hot Chick for sure because that's one that a couple people. It's the first one that kind of comes to your mind. Anna Faris is hilarious. Not in this movie though. There's a pillow fight scene, which is the only good scene in the movie, where everyone's had this when your chick starts to get aggressive with you, and you're like, relax. And they turn it up a notch. You go, okay, sweep the leg, uppercut with the pillow, knock him to the ceiling. You're like, why'd you do that? And you're like, I don't take L's. I don't.
Right.
You got to earn this.
It's factual. I can't tell if Brandon froze or if he's just really good at holding still.
Both.
I agree.
Shit, man, humors me.
I get that way with video games and my kids. I remember playing Smash. Amanda won't play Smash Brothers with me because I don't take it easy.
Fucking why would you?
I don't lose. If you want
It's
to
like
win,
my older brother. He never let me beat him at basketball.
did you have to earn it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I tried, but he's like 200 pounds of pure muscle. I was 120 at the time, and I'm still scrawny.
Look at you now, dude. Your shoulders are jacked in that tank top.
I know, right? It's got a hood. Come to the docks.
I know what you mean, man. My family's really competitive. Like, my uncle never let me win our naked wrestling matches. Not one time. Pretty aggressive.
I don't cheat. I'm just really fucking good, Amanda. If anybody wants to catch some fucking Smash Bros smoke, hit me up in the comments.
Let's do it. I'm thinking a Whiskey Cinema Smash Bros tournament.
I'm in. We'll set it up. I'll smoke every one of you, taking home the grand prize of a $5 gift card to Target.
The loser has to buy another one of these tank tops?
Blockbuster. The loser has to buy Brandon a new tank top. I won't lose, so it's easy money for me.
Least favorite, guys. Let's get into
13 going on 30.
Yes. 100% fact.
Whoa. All right.
I thought you could be honest, Danny. It's your least favorite actress.
Brandon, indulge us on why it's shitty. I'm going to do a cheers to you guys matching. I love it.
All right. Here's the one reason that you need. Jennifer Garner.
Excuse me.
And I rest my case.
You're absolutely right. Just terrible.
It's too corny.
Dude, so corny. The jokes they make are fucking not even funny. Like they try and
I
make
know something about unfunny jokes. I've been to Danny's stand-up.
Yeah, dude.
He does. He supports me.
I do.
Mark Ruffalo. When Mark Ruffalo is your big seller, Jennifer Garner to me is not a great actress.
Whoa, don't be dissing Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo is very plain. He doesn't have a lot of range. So when he's your guy that's supposed
to have a lot of
better,
range,
he was the Hulk and Bruce Banner.
Okay, what else? You fucking.
He was in Collateral.
He was the Hulk and Bruce Banner.
There it is. Okay, I know. Whatever the actor, Robert Downey Jr. Like, you mean Iron Man? Yeah, he's pretty good. Okay,
yeah.
I actually think Mark Ruffalo is a big time underrated actor.
For what? What movie did you go, wow, he's great?
All of them. I'm not saying he is a great actor, but I enjoy his movies.
Okay. So not great, but
yeah,
good.
Like he always picks perfect roles for him. He's not trying to be Katherine Heigl and try to be the star of a movie, even though she's dog shit.
I'd like to be mad, but I really don't like her either. I heard she trashed the writing on Grey's Anatomy and tried to get them paid less money, the writers, so I don't like anybody like that.
You know what? I'm man enough to admit this. I fucking binged like the first 5 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. She was dog shit, my least favorite character. I was glad she left.
I didn't have to binge it. I watched it with my family. It was like one of those Thursday shows when I was a kid.
That's what I mean. Like I watched them all. Like
as
they binge, I've seen all of them.
I watched quite a few seasons, and even as a kid, I was like, "Oh, this is terrible."
George loses his father.
This is terrible.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, Knocked Up.
Oh,
had to be carried.
I really like Knocked Up. I think Knocked Up's a great movie.
I don't
think it could be better if you had a better actress.
I don't.
But it's a kind of a good role for her because she plays a dumb bitch.
Seth Rogen, overrated.
Seth Rogen is not overrated. You can get the fuck out of here.
I'm overrated.
Great laugh.
He's perfect.
Overrated.
He's a great actor.
By the way, we had that poll.
He's the one I'm not getting rid of. I'm getting rid of Jim Carrey in that poll.
That was crazy. That blew up.
Let's do it now. Okay, we put on Facebook, Twitter, I don't know where, all our socials.
Maybe.
Yep. You got to get rid of one. Seth Rogen, Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler.
Will Ferrell.
There you go. I thought you would jump in the send because I know it was your favorite.
Yeah, well, that's why I had to let you know.
First of all, surprisingly, nobody got rid of Adam Sandler.
No way. Too beloved.
Which is crazy because everybody shits on him.
Okay.
I'm about to when I talk about my worst movie.
They shit on him for his new shit. His old shit,
but his new shit's been his new shit for quite a while.
It's true.
Like 20 years.
But you get rid, like it said, you get rid of their whole collection. You don't get rid of Billy Madison. You don't get rid of Happy Gilmore. You don't get rid of Big Daddy.
No.
You want to know the only reason I get rid of Will Ferrell?
I don't even want to hear it. That's the dumbest
Wedding
thing.
Crashers. There's no chance in hell I'm getting rid of Wedding Crashers.
Ooh.
Couldn't do
You
it.
want to get
Meatloaf. I quote that movie every day.
It's a great movie.
I got rid of Jim Carrey.
So hard. It's a hard choice.
No, it was easy.
I know Eames got rid of Seth. I got rid of Jim.
I looked at all four. I didn't even have to like question.
I got rid of Will Ferrell, and here's which I had to do. Seth Rogen I didn't want to get rid of because he's making great movies. Invincible, The Boys, Preacher, all these shows he's producing and making. Because he's not in them, he voices or plays one character. I was like, damn, he's the only one that's progressing up. So I was like, damn, I want to get rid of the guy that I'm actually excited to see his stuff. It was tough. I didn't know who to vote for.
For-Your Virgin, super bad, Knocked Up. You don't love Knocked Up, that's fine. This Is the End.
Monsters vs. Aliens.
I could get rid of all of them.
The Night Before, one of the
Kung Fu Panda. He voices Mantis.
I'd do it. I'd do it. In comparison to the other three, I'd do it.
Okay, it's fair. I'm not mad at it. It's a tough one.
But I was genuinely surprised nobody got rid of Adam Sandler.
Thank you, Amanda. He does suck.
Yeah, he doesn't suck his spelling.
He's overrated. Okay.
Boom. Take that, Seath. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's his brother.
He was in 4-Year-Old Virgin for.
Oh, look at Hope jumping in. Will Ferrell's her choice. Damn.
Tough. That's a tough one.
I thought Will Ferrell was more loved. And I was surprised with how many people threw him under the bus. I was like, Jesus.
I was too. I honestly got Jim Carrey, been in the game forever. I was surprised how many people got rid of Jim Carrey. I
don't even know if I hesitated, to be honest. I like Jim Carrey easily. Fucking, he's a draw still to this day. If he's in a movie, I want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But out of those four, his movies don't do it for me as much.
That's fair. I'll tell you why I'm not getting rid of Jim Carrey. One movie similar to you. It's The Grinch.
I thought about that, but I was like, I got Will Ferrell over here with Elf. I got Seth Rogen with The Night Before, which is a great Christmas movie.
The Grinch is one of my all-time favorite movies. I
do love it.
There's no way I'd get rid of fucking Jim Carrey because I'd have to leave The Grinch. Not happening.
Not funny. All of them do have Christmas movies.
We'll have to.
Adam Sandler's got Hanukkah.
We'll have to find more polls like this. I love that even now in our comments, everyone's choosing someone different. I love all the different people choosing. It's awesome.
I agree.
Let's get into our worst, though, guys.
It was 13 going on 30.
Yeah,
13 going on 30. Oh, you both were.
Yeah.
Mine's The Cobbler. We were talking about Adam Sandler. I couldn't get rid of him because I love him. The Cobbler, which is a Netflix original, which I think he signed on for 6 more movies through the next 2 years, which is a crazy amount of movies.
Why?
That movie is a skit at best. It should be a TikTok. It should not be a movie. It should be, ooh, interesting, done. 2 hours of the jokes? Okay, dude. It's already hit and missed. You can't keep going down that. Have you guys seen that movie? If you haven't, I'm not mad at all.
No, I saw it. I looked at the premise and I was like, that's a no for me.
I watched it for Adam Sandler podcast, and so I changed it to Hoobie Halloween, and then I really regretted life after that.
Hoobie Halloween.
I liked Hoobie Halloween.
The soundtrack Halloween fucking jam, dude.
I think
now that I'm talking about Adam, maybe I get rid of Adam Sandler.
Oh no, we switched them.
No way.
Nah, I still can't.
Yeah,
I love Billy Madison.
Staring at Swan.
Stop looking at me, Swan. Come on.
Boys Night Out.
I've seen a little bit about The Cobbler. It sucks.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw the premise. I read the whole the Netflix thing where they give you a quick rundown, and I was just like, I can't. I refuse.
It's rough. The part that sucks is it doesn't know where to go. If it was just a kids movie, that'd be an idea. If it was just an adult movie, whatever, it tries to be too many things at once, and it just fails on all accounts because of it. It's just a bummer. You're like, oh God. So that's my penance for this podcast this week is watching The Cobbler. So I was like, shit, this sucks. Definitely my worst.
I'll allow it. 13 going on 30. Cobbler. All of them.
I agree.
Shitty.
Solid
The
pick.
change, shitty.
Terrible.
Just god awful.
13 going on 30. Look at these boobs.
Yeah.
You know what? 17 again. 17 again.
Oh, yeah.
While it did not completely disappoint me, it's Zac Efron, Chandler Bing. Nobody cares about his real name.
That's what's
Matthew
it?
Perry.
Nope.
Yeah, who?
Who's Matthew Perry?
Who?
It's Chandler
Don't
Bing.
let me bring up Shrek again.
Someone in here is secretly an owl.
While it's Zac Efron after High School Musical, but's playing the same role pretty much.
It's fair.
I didn't 1,000% hate it, but it's still not good.
It's fair.
I instantly, when we started this category, I instantly thought 13 going on 30 worst.
Oh, that was the first one I wrote down when we were.
I never even wavered. I was like,
yeah.
It's no motocross.
Make sure I shit on that movie a little
You're
bit.
goddamn right. It's no motocross, Danny.
It's no motocross.
Dude, I've
That
seen like
It's no
that's
Shrek
great.
2.
I've seen too many times.
Which one?
You know a movie I've seen too many times?
No. All right, hey.
Shrek 2, baby. And Moana.
Thing is too many times with Shrek.
It's true. Yeah, that was
You
like 17,
Yeah, I mean, just for me, The Cobbler was the worst. 13 going on 30. There just wasn't a big star in it. I love the fact that we had a bunch of Disney movies. Wish Upon a Star. It's very much a kid thing, right? You have to have a good actor. There's one where a girl turns into a little kid as well. The big businesswoman that does it. Is it Regina King that does that? I can't remember, but it's the same premise as
Regina
Big,
King
except
is in Mean Girls.
That's Regina George.
I was going to say that's actually George.
you can't correct yourself and say actually.
But right as I said, I was like, that's George. I remember that bitch. I dressed up as her for Halloween.
It's your Halloween costume.
It was my Halloween costume. Speaking of body switches, that looked phenomenal. I even bought my own bra.
Yowza.
I bought my skirt in the little girls section.
And we'll be auctioning off those
And your
pictures and clothing items in our fan zone.
Charity. Charities in Mountain America. My bank account.
Charity.
I'll make money on this podcast.
I'm sure there's a charity down at Trails.
That's a Utah strip club.
That's a Utah joke. You're welcome, Utah.
I used to deliver there.
For anybody out there that wants to go check out one of these movies that we mentioned, definitely check out our underrated, because those are some that we really appreciate, we really liked. I think yours was Big, which was it Big, Jordan? I can't remember.
His was Shrek 2, Shazam, and then Big.
Okay. Yeah. My favorite or underrated?
Your favorite.
Underrated.
Underrated was Motocrossed.
Oh,
Mine was Big, dipshit.
I can't do that.
And
So
10. Motocross.
You've
Both
been dipping
don't
into your
count.
dad's weed too much?
Motocross totally counts.
Dude, it counts
But you
if you
got a
listen to our
haircut?
commenters.
Yeah, they loved it.
Steven, that's not this type of podcast. I can't answer that.
Okay.
Steven asked
We'll see them like this.
if you switch bodies with a girl, what would be the first thing you would do? Very Scooby-Doo-ish.
Shit, man.
We
Probably
can't
watch Shrek 2.
We can't answer that.
Crash a
I
car.
watched Shrek 2. I didn't want to get that from a girl's point of view.
Want to sit on a dryer.
I mean, yeah. You know what I do? I look at my hair.
You'd still be bald.
Yeah.
Be like Rose Namajunas, except you couldn't knock anybody out.
I'll say I'll take it. I would take that in a second. She's awesome.
That was
Hey, everybody.
Try and get
Thank
ahead.
you so much for tuning into our Whiskey Cinema Body switching episode. We appreciate you guys so much.
a little late.
Little late.
Oh, Kylie chimed in. Hi, guys. Said we're leaving. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and helping us out. Next week, help us decide what you want us to hear talk about. Go on our page and vote for who you want. Last I checked, I believe Mike Myers and Chris Farley were tied. But also you can vote.
We're all you Will Ferrell lovers now.
Yeah, Will Ferrell get no love. I'm gonna vote for him. I don't care what you guys say.
I'm gonna vote for Chris Farley because it's Chris Farley.
Fair, 100% fair.
Do I get a vote? It's my podcast. I get a vote, right?
Yeah, dude, just go into your personal page. They'll never know.
I voted 4 times to get it off of Mike Myers now that I know that Shrek is going to be a thing. So I have to cheat as best I can.
Spoiler: Shrek's always a thing, motherfucker.
And Austin Powers too, because I love those movies.
It's a great one. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you next week. You're awesome. Take care. See you next week on Whiskey.
Bye.
And check out these other shows on the Buzz. We appreciate you.
Get the Lambo car, house in the hills with the stars. Told you I'd raise the bar.